How's it going, guys? Bring a Platoon here, and wow, has it been a long time since I've actually done a voiceover. So let me just start off by saying this is going to be me playing the Tier 5 French light tank, the AMX ELC. And however you pronounce that BIS pronunciation, I don't care. So, this is the best Tier 5 light tank in the game. 1, it's got a 90 mil. 2, its concealment is 80 out of 100. Holy fucking bejesus. What do I have for a loadout for equipment on this tank? I've got both coated optics and binoculars. And guess what? I also have a camo net, because abusing the fuck out of my camo rating is absolutely hilarious. And you may notice that I don't have any camo on this thing. Yeah, it turns out you don't need it. It's nothing more than an afterthought for this thing. I probably should have, just to maximize it, but I don't care. This is honestly the best game I've ever had in this thing. And if it's not, well then, it's pretty fucking close. Because I get absolutely greedy as fuck in this thing. And you're about to see this thing shine in the best of ways. So, admittedly, the gun is kind of shit. Way back when, it used to have an average penetration of 170. That hasn't changed for the standard rounds, but for the premium rounds, it used to be 248, which is fucking crazy in Tier 5. So they rebalanced it, they kind of nerfed its engine power, and the gun for premium rounds now has only 150 millimeters of penetration, or is it 170? I don't know. But as you can see, I'm spotting very well here for my team, and I kind of get gypped a lot of this spotted target hits, or a lot of these spotted target hits. I shouldn't have fired here, but luckily I didn't get detected because I was behind the bushes just far enough. And bounce off the side of that KV-1 kind of pissed me off a little bit, but luckily I have premiums just loaded up the ass. Because if RNG decides to fuck me, and well, we're already down 3 tanks, so that's already saying something for the future of this match. But, yes, if RNG is going to fuck me on low rolls for the standard ammunition, I'm just gonna try and, what's the words I'm looking for here? I'm not gonna give RNG as much of a chance to screw me over as it would like to, which, oh, it does. It loves to in this game. If you've played this game, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. If you're an experienced player, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, with the 150 average penetration of the premium APCR ammo, I feel like I can be a little more cheeky than I could be just shooting standard AP rounds with only 120 millimeters of penetration, if that's 125 or something. I don't know. It's 120. I'm just going to say that. But this thing is fast enough to relocate everywhere, and it's a light tank, so it doesn't lose any camouflage when you're going full speed down a hill or up a hill. Doesn't really matter. And until you fire, chances are you're going to be able to out-detect pretty much any enemy you come across, even 2 tiers higher. That's right, ladies and gents. The coated optics help, and so do the binoculars. And right there, I wiggle my turret because I got fucking pissed off that even missed. But this gun, it's not the most accurate thing. But, like, look at the balloon. The chances that I'm going to hit that hill are very high, but instead it flies true, and I get a free hit on that KV-1. Which is good, considering we're down 3 or 4 tanks? I can't count. We got 6, and they have 8. So, yeah, they've got a lot more do-stuff tanks, and we have, you know, 3 arties, so that's fun. I'm sure they'll be helpful. And it turns out they will be, because I make my way up this hard-to-get-up hill to try and just keep spotting for my team, and it works out pretty well, because as you can see, abusing the fuck out of my camo once again, I am right out in the open, no bushes needed, and pop up the camo net. Artie's wailing on that KV-1, or the, sorry, captured KV-1, want to get that right. And I am very lucky I didn't take any falling damage there, or collision damage against the ground there. So I just run behind that rock, get out of the way of the Ripper's sights, and I just go right back up this hill, because I know my concealment is a lot better than his view range. So I just go back up here, I take a nice little aiming shot onto him, and luckily the arty takes him out, and I can't get my gun to shoot up at this OI experimental, but I notice there's a PZ 4H in the distance. Take him out because he was on low HP, and the less tanks I have to deal with, the better. And now I see this SU-85 is flooring it towards my location, so I back up towards the back of my spawn. And now this poor OI experimental is just out in the open. Nothing he can do but try and avoid my shots. And to be honest, I could probably just shoot him in the front and pen him with my premium rounds of 150 millimeters of penetration. But why do that when he keeps swerving like an idiot and giving me his side? So he goes down for the count. Kind of got a slightly above average roll there, thank Christ, because I don't think I could have missed another shot and been as safe as I was. So that was good. And now there's an AT2 who just ran down the hill. I'm pretty sure he's stuck there. I'm pretty sure Artie keeps tracking him, which is great. Now, I do see a KV-1 over there, but he's far enough away, and I don't have a shot on him, or that much of a shot on him. SU-85 is just chilling there. I take this opportunity and try and take out a very deadly opponent at this tier, the AT2, by shooting the top of his ass and roof, and he goes down. Oh, I love that 240 average damage. Fucking love it. So I floor it straight through the middle of the SU-85, and the KV-1 still approaching me. And would you look at that, once again, I am in the clear, undetected. Now you can see that I have 21 spotted target damage ribbons, and it's horseshit because I get shafted by from a lot of it. If that didn't make sense, then I apologize, but you'll see in the end stats here. I felt like I should have had a lot more spotted target damage, but fuck me, because apparently I didn't get. Anyway, moving on. So this bush here, feel pretty safe going right into the bush so I can see the targets, trying to cap the base, or attempting. Yes, they're trying and attempting to cap the base. I get spotted somehow, and then it must have been the Sexton that spotted me, which is weird, but moving on. I know the Artie's going to be aiming at me, so I just keep moving on and on, keeping my speed up as much as I possibly can, and I want to take him out because he is a deadly, deadly target, depending on whether or not he is the British version or the American version. The American version of the Sexton 1 is fucking bonkers amazing in its own tier, and it fires very, very fast. So I want him dead, and he goes down. So the KV-1, and I will reluctantly say that I got lucky with that hit on the Sexton 1 there. The KV-1 is capturing the base, but I know I have a lot of time to deal with him, so I'm not really concerned. However, I noticed this SU-85 was coming up behind me relatively quickly, so I decided to turn my attention to him before he could really get into a position to do anything. Luckily, I caught him with his pants down going up the hill, and I just outmaneuver the absolute fuck out of him. And I get kind of lucky there with the grill missing me with the Artie shell. If I get hit by that shell, I will probably be one hit, no problem. Because this thing, as you know, or don't know, has absolutely fuck all armor. Being as small as it is, I'm really not surprised. But with no armor comes a lot more concealment, or in theory that's the way it should be. And I'm out in the open, and this is where the inaccuracy of the gun kind of fucks you. Oh yeah. But luckily I still wasn't detected as the KV-1, and Russian view range sucks ass. So I have a chance to go down this hill. I got like 30 more seconds, 25 more seconds to get to that KV-1 and put a shot into him before he fully caps out my base. So I slowly make my way up this hill. I probably should have went the long way around, but I wasn't sure if I had enough time. I aim at him, And he doesn't even track me. Goodbye. I probably could have aimed that shot in more, but I was really nervous about that grill aiming in at me and one-hitting me, because that's what they do. That's what Artie loves to do. Especially, again, lightly armored targets like myself. So, outskilling the fuck out of those guys. I'm having a heart attack right now, in case you didn't know. Full disclosure, my heart was beating very, very fast. And now I only have to deal with the Artie. So, there's two ways I could go about doing this. And there's two locations where he really could be. In the base, or in the very back at, like, A2. Hiding in the corner, just waiting for me to come after him, or attempt to cap the base and have him come at me. I was really hoping that I could spot him from this location, but let's find out if I do. I probably just gave it away, but yeah, he's not spotted, so I figured he's hiding in the corner, so I move up and try and cap the base, and kind of caught me off guard here. Wait for it, and there he is, hiding behind a bush. Clever girl. So, or should I say clever grill? I'm stupid, I'm sorry. So, he's sitting right there. I'm going to try and juke him. I do not want him to come towards me and have him jump off the hill and then hit me on the run. That would suck ass. So I'm trying to kind of bait him towards the hill because I know I can quickly turn my tank. I want to bait him to fire because I know he can't really aim down at me as long as that hill is in between us. And I get a little greedy there, a little impatient, but I'm like, you know what? Let's try something else again instead of trying to full-on rush this guy and have him one-hit me. So I go over here. I'm like, okay, you don't want to let me go up over there? That's fine. And I do this a little too quickly. I get undetected, yes, and then I run back, and I assume he's going to go over there thinking that I'm just waiting for him. But, I'm going to give him the old juke. And wouldn't you know it, he is on his way over there, and I snapshot him. Glad I didn't roll low there or miss. If I missed, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal because I could have just outmaneuvered the shit out of him anyway, but even despite me using premium the entirety of the match just to counteract the RNG and any armored opponents I may come across, this is a phenomenal result in its own right. That is 3,300 damage combined. No, wait. Yeah, 3,500 damage combined in a tier 5 light tank. So, yeah. Top of the team. Don't even worry about it. Oh, God. This was just... I'm not going to pat my back too much. But, oh, I even get a message, and I say... What does he say? Slow clap. Oh, that's funny. Okay. And all I say back to him is, dude, I was having a heart attack the entire time. LOL. But, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And I will catch you next time.